The run-up to the 2023 general elections has proved to be one of a kind for the first time since the return of Nigeria's democracy. The awareness to participate in the electoral process seems to be more as there is unprecedented participation in the permanent voters card registration. INEC in June 2021 announced continuous registration, but experience has, however, shown that more people register than collect their PVCs. The electoral umpire has also issued a schedule of PVC collection. So today on Panorama, assessing the collection of PVCs is our focus from Port Harcourt Network Center. I am Jenny Bassi. Thanks for joining us. President Muhammadu Buhari has restated Nigeria's commitment towards accelerating efforts at ending conflicts and consolidating the nexus between peace, security, good governance, and socio-economic development on the continent. Speaking at a high-level session on Agenda 2063 as part of the U.S. Africa Leaders Summit, the president described as encouraging efforts at implementing the African Union strategic vision for a peaceful and secure Africa. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
It is a high-level session on Agenda 2063 convened by President Joe Biden to declare total support of the United States for its blueprint aimed at building an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful Africa as an indispensable global partner.
Our hope is to build together this partnership on a more solid and confident nature for progress and shared prosperity for our people.
In his address, President Muhammadu Buhari expressed worry over the increasing, diverse, and complex threats of climate change, terrorism, violent extremism, transnational organized crimes, and recently the unconstitutional changes of government in Africa. He said unless these negative developments that impact national, regional, and continental stability are effectively contained, efforts at achieving Agenda 2063 will remain a tall order. The president therefore tasked leaders to recommit themselves in unity and solidarity to uphold constitutionalism as well as embrace a multidimensional approach towards achieving peace, security, and sustainable development in line with their strategic vision for the continent. While reiterating his commitment to credible, transparent, and violence-free 2023 elections, President Buhari told his colleagues that no matter what gains they make without good governance anchored on free and fair elections, development efforts on the continent will remain futile and their citizenry would be worse off. Earlier in his opening address, President Joe Biden said the United States is committed to helping African countries access the financing they need towards building sustainable and inclusive economies as part of what he called the forward-looking 21st century partnership between the United States and Africa.
That's why over the next 3 years, we plan to commit $55 billion in Africa to advance the priorities we share and to support the Agenda 2063. That number represents a comprehensive commitment from the United States to invest in Africa's people, Africa's infrastructure, Africa's agriculture, Africa's health system, Africa's security, and more.
While announcing the full support of the United States to reforming the United Nations Security Council to include permanent representation for Africa, President Biden also invites the African Union to join the G20 as a permanent member. From Washington, D.C., Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Buhari Thursday in Washington, D.C. warned that Africa risks not attaining the goals continental leaders have set for the region by 2063 in view of the challenges facing it. He, however, believes that they can be achieved if there is a unity of purpose among all member states. Speaking at the ongoing U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit on the topic Partnering on Agenda 2063, a peaceful and secure Africa in the U.S. Capitol, President Buhari declared that Africa's security and development landscape has undergone significant transformation over the past decades. The federal government is developing an effective and sustainable strategic framework for prosperity, wealth, and job creation towards global competitiveness for productivity. Minister of State, Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Iko, stated this during the South-South Dialogue on Establishment and Implementation of Technology and Innovation Centers for Global Competitiveness and Productivity. The reports. The South-South Dialogue on Establishment and Implementation of Technology and Innovation Center for Global Competitiveness and Productivity is organized by the Strategy Implementation Task Office for Presidential Executive Order 5. The Presidential Executive Order 5 is designed to push for centers of excellence with the objective of improving the role of science, technology, and innovation in the socio-economic development of the country. Minister of State, Science, Technology and Innovation, Henry Ikechukwu Iko, said the aim of the dialogue is to leverage on the power of science, technology and innovation to change the culture from research and learning based to research and development.
We are going to move from a research-based country to production-based country now. And the only way to go about this is through science, technology and innovation. We must begin to produce what we need, even export most of them.
The theme, Achieving Nigeria's Competitiveness and Improving Foreign Exchange Earnings through Science, Technology and Innovation, is intended to enable stakeholders produce efficient national strategy documents to support trade policies of government.
Here is the seat of the oil and gas industry with plenty of welding, fabrications and all whatnot. Instead of getting these expatriates from outside the country, this will be all trained within River State here, and of course our people will take the advantage of being the first, to be given such kind of attention.
In Port Harcourt, South-South, to enhance desired research output in the country. The Independent National Electoral Commission says it is involving extra hours to meet demand since the commenced distribution of permanent voter cards (PVC) in local government offices. Nigerians resident in Rivers State have been turning out to pick up their cards. Joy Uzo monitored the exercise in Port Harcourt and now reports.
I registered and I'm able to get my card, and at least I'm also ready to vote come 2023 for the right candidate.
Temporary voters card, and though they said they've closed by then, but they shuttered it up.
Those were some reactions that greeted the NTA news crew on arrival at one of the PVC collection centers in Rivers State. The center under Obiakwa local government area was a beehive of activities with INEC officials sorting and dispatching the cards to eligible voters from different wards in the area. INEC Rivers State Head of Voter Education and Publicity, Mike Tulo, who noted that INEC officials are working extra hours to meet up the collection process, urged Nigerians to equally exercise patience and cordiality with the officials.
Procedures of collection of a PVC. One, you must go there with the temporary voter's card they gave to you, which is like a slip. This qualifies you to become a collector of the PVC. Secondly, you must meet the desk officer to check if your name is among those that have been registered, that have been proceeded to collect the PVC. If your name is there, it is just a simple thing for you to collect the PVC. Then we even clamored earlier and told the public via media platforms that they should conduct themselves in an orderly manner so that the process of collection of PVC will not be so cumbersome.
The turnout may not be large in comparison with the number of PVCs up for collection.
You can get the PVCs, but you can't compel people to come and pick them. You can't put a sanction on them. It is at their discretion. So I want to use this opportunity to tell Nigerian ordinary community citizens, please go out there pick up your PVCs and be part of the process.
The exercise, like in other states of the Federation, is going on simultaneously at approved centers in Rivers State. In Port Harcourt, Joy Uzo, NTA News.
Similarly, the Cross River State Resident Electoral Commissioner Gabriel Yomere has charged candidates of political parties to assist in sensitizing the electorate to collect their permanent voter cards, as the percentage of PVC collection in the state is only 27%. The reg said this while meeting with candidates of political parties in Cross River State. Maureen Liu Ajong reports.
The success of every democratic process like the upcoming 2023 general elections cannot be achieved without engagement and sensitization of relevant stakeholders on reciprocal political education. INEC Cross River State as an umpire is leaving no stone unturned in achieving this, as this meeting with candidates of political parties is to unravel areas of mutual understanding towards a successful 2023 general elections. Concerns are heightened at the low rate of PVC collection in River State, as the resident electoral commissioner discloses that of the 1.5 million voters in the state, only 400 electorates have collected PVCs, representing just 27%.
We should do everything to bring ourselves to speed, because our relevance as a state is also a function of how thick our voting population truly is.
We are making all possible effort to see that our people will go to their respective places they are registered for their voters card.
We are encouraging Cross-Riverians to come out en masse to get their PVCs.
We in NTA are giving everybody a level playing ground.
The resident electoral commissioner, however, charged candidates of political parties to play by the rules.
I want also to acquaint you the preparation the commission has put in place in order to ensure that a level playing ground is provided for all parties.
Issues raised at the meeting include tackling security challenges, timely arrival of electoral materials, and management of electoral violence. In Calabar, Maureen Liu Ajong, NTA News.
More reports after the break. Stay with us.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
You're welcome back, and now to the rest of the news. The Standard Organization of Nigeria, STAN, has reiterated its commitment towards improving consumer confidence and global competitiveness of Nigerian products. The Director General SON, Malam Farouk Salim, stated this during the 2022 SON anniversary celebration and exhibition of MANCAP certified products. Gabriel Amunike reports.
Mindful of its responsibility to improve lives through standardization and quality, Director General Standards Organization of Nigeria, prior to the organization's Golden Jubilee anniversary in Port Harcourt, River State capital, talked through significant industry players under his jurisdiction to ensure quality and better service delivery.
We're impressed with the facilities, factory producing clean energy, which is the future for the country, especially Nigeria being one of the largest gas reserves in the world. So this is the beginning, and we are very happy that we are part of helping the organization, the industry to get better.
Director General Standards Organization of Nigeria, Malam Farouk, says the achievement of the organization became glaring when it was reinforced and the ease of doing business part of Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council.
Our major achievements are that a lot of our products right now are not only respected by the market, but they are exported outside too.
For players on the Sun's watch list, the celebration is well deserved given their drive in upholding excellence and quality output in Nigeria.
Whatever we send out to the public conforms first with the Nigerian law and also conform with the standard that is accepted globally.
First DG Standard Organization of Nigeria, Anthony Etukudo, and chairman of the occasion, Dr. Senye Obilolibrix, appreciated the excellent standard of the organization.
So standardization is the soul of business. And for entrepreneurs, regulatory compliance is a mandatory expectation when it comes to entrepreneurial behavior.
It is how you present. Now we look at you.
Highlight of the occasion was the unveiling of the book written by Standard Organization and a word of excellence given to key industry players. In Port Harcourt, Gabriel Amunike, NTA News.
The Court of Appeal, Port Harcourt Division, has set aside the judgment of a federal high court that sacked all candidates of the All Progressives Congress (APC) for the 2023 general elections, including the party's governorship candidate Toye Ko. The three-man panel of justices in its judgment delivered by Justice Mohammed Lawal Shaibu said George Olu and 5 others did not exhaust the internal party mechanism before instituting the suit. Robinson Darataide reports.
On 25th October 2022, the Federal High Court, presided by Justice Emmanuel Obile in pre-election suit, sacked the candidates of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State. This was as a result of a suit filed by George Olu and 5 others who alleged that they were excluded from the party's delegate congresses. The decision of the trial court was what the appellants brought before the Court of Appeal for adjudication. The three-man panel of justices held that the respondents failed to participate in the Congress of the APC and so did not have any court of action and local standing in the matter before the court. The appellate court was of the view that it was inconceivable for the Federal High Court not to have joined some candidates of APC who were interested parties in the suit. The Court of Appeal held that the nomination of delegates was purely the internal affairs of political parties and that the court lacked jurisdiction to entertain the suit ab initio. It is in the light of this that the three-man panel of justices set aside the judgment of the trial court against the APC and its candidates.
The Court of Appeal just set aside that judgment, the judgment of a Federal High Court, saying that those persons, or 400 of them that they claimed were not members of APC, had no locus because they did not participate in the primaries that brought up the candidates of APC, and that the trial court had no jurisdiction in the first place to entertain an inter-party affair. So the judgment was set aside.
With this verdict, all the candidates of the APC will be participating in the 2023 general elections. In Port Harcourt, Robinson Darataide, NTA News.
The anti-vandal team of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Rivers State says it has recovered some ammunition from suspected kidnappers during gun duel in Port Harcourt. They also impounded cars conveying illegally refined AGO and a wooden boat laden with unquantified liters of AGO. Robinson Darataide again reports that the state commandant, Michael Oga, said several arrests have also been made in connection with illegal oil dealings and currency racketeering in the state.
The Anti-Vandal Squad of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps says, following an intelligence tip-off, the team engaged a suspected kidnapping syndicate operating along Okurama Community Waterside in River State. The suspects, who reportedly escaped through the waterways after about 25 minutes of gunfire, left for the 5 arms and ammunition, including 6 AK rifle magazines, 6 travel gun ammunition and magazines. Similarly, NNCDC, in a joint operation, arrested 42 suspects over illegal dealings with petroleum products, attempted vandalism of oil pipes, advanced free fraud, and sale of pre-registered SIM cards.
We shall not rest until we eliminate all forms of criminality here in River State. So we are making an appeal to the public to always give us information, to enable us to nip it at the bud.
Other items recovered include 3 cars conveying illegally refined AGO and a wooden boat laden with unquantifiable liters of AGO. In another development, the NNCDC, in a joint operation, arrested 6 suspects and recovered about 2 million naira for buying and selling of the naira in Port Harcourt.
It is wrong to buy and sell the naira. It is wrong to spray naira. It's also wrong to write on the naira. It's also wrong for you to store the naira where you are not supposed to store it.
The command says the operation will be sustained until Nigerians desist from mutilating the currency. In Port Harcourt, Robinson Darateide, NTA News.
Let's now join Peter Oyibo for sports update.
Ahead of the 2023 CAF Under-20 African Nations Cup in Egypt, the Nigerian Flying Eagles will today engage Nigerian Professional Football League side Nasarawa United in a friendly at the Package B of Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, as part of their build-up for the tournament. The Flying Eagles earlier defeated Wiki Tourists 2-0 in a friendly encounter in Abuja. The Under-20 African Nations Cup is slated for February 18 to March 12, 2023. Sports enthusiasts have continued to applaud Morocco national football team for their impressive outings at the 2022 Qatar World Cup. Morocco being the first African country to reach semi-final of the World Cup, however lost to France by 2-0.
They have set the pace, and I know that other African nations will emulate Morocco. Before now, I didn't know it's achievable by an African team. I thought it's going to be tough for it to happen, but with this, I believe that Africa can win the World Cup.
They did so well and they represented Africa well, and it's a thing of joy to see that an African country is paving way for us and seeing that we are doing good.
In another development, engineer Abu Gume has promised to run an all-inclusive tenure among the Olympic family. Gume made the promise shortly after his re-election as president of the Nigeria Olympic Committee at the elective congress held Thursday in Jalingo, Taraba State.
Let me emphasize that these elections were not meant to divide the Olympic family, but rather to strengthen our democratic process and further strengthen our sporting value principles as one harmonious unit in line with global acceptance and best practices.
He put 21 votes to beat his closest rival, engineer Sani Undanusa, who polled 19 votes. With sports updates, I am Peter Oyibo, NTA News.
That is it on Panorama from Port Harcourt Network Center. Always remember to join us with NTA in the fight against rape and rapists. Good afternoon.